going to do a little unboxing. Uh, I've been telling everybody that has been watching me do watercolor paintings that I almost paint my entire painting with Princeton long round brush number 14. I also have a long round brush that's a number 12, but I don't really use it. I use the 14. Um, I have another long round brush that is a number 4. A long round brush has a long tapering tip, and these Princetons are very, very, very good, actually, for the money especially, as far as holding the point. Today I've realized that I am sorely needing some. I don't know where all my brushes are. I moved here a year ago, but I haven't been painting. So I decided, well, I'll just get me some more. I especially needed some angle brushes. Let's see, angle shader. I have a 1/2 inch and a 3/8 inch. I need a bigger one, so I'm going to order a bigger one too. Like I need a 3/4 inch, but I'll see if I can find one. But this, I use this to cut in edges. I'm going to do some demonstrations here. A round brush, I don't really like round brushes too much. They have a more blunt tip, and I don't know, maybe the smaller ones, that's the number 1 round brush, not a long round. That's the number 10 round brush. Compare that to number 12, which, see how much longer the ferrules, the brush tapers out there. I like that tapering point, especially for my style, because I kind of whisk it around. I draw with my paint. Nevertheless, I ordered this set of, and that's a round and number 1. So anyway, I ordered this little set, this velvet. Oh, these are Princeton Velvet Touch brushes. Princeton has a lot of different brushes, but I was going to order one of these anyway, so I decided I'll just order this whole kit so I can show you. This is let's see, that's a number 8 round. That's a number 10 round. Now, the difference after a year, I brought this with me. I've had it for a long time. This one will, after it gets wet, this is 8, it's a 10. You can see there's more hair in the 10, but they're just still not that long, tapery brush like that. So that's an 8 and a 10. I ordered this one because here's a 1/4 inch angle shader to add to my repertoire. 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch. See, they just get a little bit. 3/8 inch and 1/2 inch. So I need a 3/4 inch and a 1 inch. So, but I'm gonna have to find those. Those, but they make I paint with those sideways. For the longest time, I didn't paint with anything but an angle shader. And then I discovered these long rounds, and my life is. This is a filbert. I don't know when I ever will paint with a filbert, but it was in the kit. Oh, fully. I'm not going to paint with it anytime soon because I can't get the thing off of it. Oh, well. If you can look and see, it has kind of a rounded, it's a flat brush with a rounded tip, but not a round brush. Well, that is a deal. There it is. See that? A flat brush, it kind of rounds, but not a round. It's not, see, look at these side by side. This is the number 8 filbert. That's a number 8 round. Look at them from the side and you'll see that the filbert is flat. It just has a rounded tip. Okay, and this is a 5/0. Let me see what this one is. A round number 2. Round number 2. I'm going to put it over here. See, and this is a round. Now this is a spotter, which is a detail brush. 5/0. So I'll put that right here with my liners and my spotters. Okay, now then I'm going to do some demonstrations and sort of show you the difference in these brushes. I realize I must have 15 trays or pallets to put paint in, but I can't find them. So if you can't find it, just give it up and go order another one. All right, so that's orange paint. That's good orange paint. I'll put next to it some cadmium yellow light so we can see what happens. Okay. Cadmium yellow light and cadmium orange, and this is fresh paint. I get in a squeeze and I have to use paint that's not fresh. Well, because I've been poor all my life and I don't want to waste anything. Okay, so I'm gonna water this liquid paint up. I'm working on I only paint on hard pressed paper. This is cold pressed. Cold pressed paper has a grain in it, and I don't like that because of the way that I draw on my paper. Okay, this is the number 14. Regardless of which flower I draw, I started out with this. Like I said, I use this almost the entire painting. Okay, that's the number 14 round. Long round. This is a number 4 long round. I just picked up a little bit of blue. It doesn't allow you to put on as much paint at a time, and it will force you to be a little tighter. Some places you need to be tight. You can't go swinging all, around in tiny mouse holes. So sometimes you need to be tighter, not often. Okay, now let me show you the difference in, this is a 1/2 inch angle shader. Okay, let me show you this. Let's say we were painting a house and I needed to make a straight line. Or a box. If I needed to cut in right up next to that line that's already there, I would use this to cut in, to try to you use it like a knife. You cut, cutting in is a good word. You rarely do I ever go down. I usually just put the long end away from me and pull it down. In fact, like I said, I use these almost exclusively forever. Okay, this is the number, oh my gosh, Why can't I keep up with the numbers? This is a 1/4 inch. These are brand new. I just got these in today. Now I'm showing you these small brushes. I very rarely get one out. If I have just, if I have a place that I just need to make meat, I'll get the small brush out. But usually I use the bigger brushes for everything until I get to the liners. Okay, let me show you the spotter. This came with this kit. Okay, this is the spotter. Well, let's see if it wants to spot. Watermelon seeds on a little tiny watermelon. This is a 5/0, I believe. It means it's not 0, it's 5 times 0 inches. Okay, that is a spotter. That's Princeton. Here is a Princeton that I've had a 20/0 monogram brush. Let's look at this one. I hadn't painted with this one since I've been here. I just found it a second ago. I need to order some more of these. I do a lot of drawing in my. To draw, you have to have your paint just the right consistency. I don't know that I love that or not. But anyway, that's a 20/0 monogram brush. This is a 20/0, same thing. Okay, now then, this is what I normally use for that. This is a micro, Creative Mark micro brush that I've shown you before. This is what I've been using lately. See that? I've got to get it the right consistency. When it's fighting, you just want to scream. Let's say that I've painted this flower and now I want to give some details on it. Okay, I want to go over here and see if I can pick up any of this blue that's trying to reconstitute it any. You see this stroke a lot in my paintings. This drawing stroke. But this doesn't have any water in it over here. This is, no telling how, this has been here years. This over here has, this blue and black has been on it. I just found this palette and I hadn't painted in over a year. So this is really not just dry, but very dry. I can't paint unless, I tell you what the problem is, I'm on this pebbly board, which I said I never paint on, for this very reason. It won't let my liner dance. Let me see if I can get a piece of the paper that I normally use. Okay, let's just do this. Let's paint us a sunflower. This is on This is all number 14 that I'm using, the long round, number 14. Now then, that's very wet, and I would actually probably blot some of that right now if this were a real painting to control it a little bit, and I would let it dry. But I'm just doing this right now to kind of, is that what that is? Okay, to give you an idea how to use these brushes. See how much better the brush works on hot pressed paper? Now, I always let it dry before I do this, so this is not a fair assessment, but I don't want to do all that right now. I'm just giving you a little example. You have to kind of hold your brush lightly. Don't press down. But you got to press down some. And the paint has to be just the right consistency to use this brush right here. Now then, let's say that I'm ready to paint some dark blue or black in there, which I'm not, but that's I always say when I get out this, it's a rigger. This is a rigger, and it's a long, fine, hairy tip. I mean, it's ultra long round, but beyond. And it's hard to control. You have to practice a little bit, or you'll just be like, "Oh my cow, what is this?" So those are kind of the brushes that I use. Let's see. Let me just look at what this Filbert does. Can't even imagine wanting this brush. I don't know why I ordered it, except it was in the kit. I tell you where I would probably use this is in oil painting, not with watercolor. That's not bad. Filbert, just a round Princeton, not a long round. It's just kind of, I'm going to call this the magic marker. It doesn't dance like I like to dance. And if you just want to fill in some area, I would use a round or the Filbert. But I rarely just want to fill in some area. I usually want to wash in large areas and feed the color in and dance and skitter it around a little bit. So anyway, I just thought that it might help some people to see the difference in brushes and see what we can do with them. So that's my brushes.